Does true love still exist? That is the question on the lips of many today, considering the world we happen to find ourselves in. Many believe true love is a myth and settle for whatever they can get. However, some believe that true love is real and worth waiting for. I wish everyone would believe this as well, because it is true. If you happen to fall into the latter category, then this is just for you. Since you're waiting for your Mr. or Mrs. Right, there are some signs that you should watch out for. These signs include connection. When you meet the right person, there is a kind of bond that is formed. On a soul level, there is a knowing that you have found the bone of your bone and the flesh of your flesh. It's like trying to find a key into the lock. When you use the wrong key, you will only find yourself forcing it and it will not fit in. It's the same way with relationships. You find yourself trying to force things, but just as a wrong key would not open a lock that is not fitted for, that relationship would not work out. If, on the other hand, you find someone that you connect with without much effort, then you have just hit the jackpot. There is nothing forced or pretentious here. It's like a match made in heaven. One obvious sign that can serve as a form of confirmation is that they feel just the same way about you. They're like the missing puzzle, an answer to the riddle that is your life. Once you meet them, a connection is formed, a bond is made, one that cannot be easily broken, and your life feels complete. You have probably heard this statement, "It feels like I have known him or her for ages." That is what connection can do. It binds you to that person in ways that you cannot understand. You discover that you can tell what the other person is thinking without even having to ask, and vice versa. Whether you're near or far, it does not change the way you feel about that person or how they feel about you. The phrase "out of sight, out of mind" does not apply to you. Instead, absence makes your heart yearn for them the more. This is one person you can call your soulmate because, apart from a physical attraction, you both are bound on a soul level. Some people believe there is just one person for you out there, and once you miss them, you have missed every chance of having the best relationship ever. Any other relationship will fall below the standard. While this might not totally be correct, you would do well to stick to someone you have a bond with, as you cannot just find them anywhere or everywhere. Your eyes might deceive you, your brain can try to rationalize things, but your heart will not lie, especially if subjected to the influence of the Holy Spirit. When you find this connection, you can tell that you have found the right one for you. Patience. This is one attribute that must be put to test in any relationship. It's possible to get lost in his or her eyes, fall for their charm, and be swayed by the sweet words you hear. You might be taken in by their actions and confession of love to stand by you forever and believe you have found the one. But this is a determiner of all things, and if you can be patient enough, you will discover the true intentions of a person. To impress a man or a lady on the first date, even the fiercest of humans can appear to be a dove. Oh, he will be the perfect gentleman, opening doors and holding a chair, being concerned for your welfare and showering you with gifts. And she will be an angel, all smiles and sweetness. Just perfect, exactly what you're searching for, right? But how long do you think he or she can or will tolerate you? How long do you think the act will last? Character is like smoke, and no matter how hard you try to hide it, it will still come up. Talking about patience, he or she must be patient with you as a person. We're not perfect, and there are little flaws and things that might turn just anyone off. The right person will be patient enough to help you work on your weaknesses, to help you grow, and because they understand that every relationship needs time to grow, they will also be patient with you in the relationship. Another thing is that they will be there through thick and thin. They will not just stand by you through the good times only, but would be there in the bad times as well. Finally, they would also be patient to wait till the wedding night. Anyone that demands sex before marriage is not right for you. It means they're not interested in you, but your body. If they are right for you, they will cherish you and respect your dignity. So look out for these signs. Acceptance. In a world where most people struggle to find themselves and do everything to fit in or belong, it can be difficult to find that one person who accepts you just the way you are in the same way your family would do. They do not discriminate or try to change you or your personality. You do not have to pretend to be something you are not when you're with them. In fact, you find it easy being yourself whenever they are around. Nothing is forced or pretentious. Things just flow naturally with them. The same way you would behave around your family is the way you behave around them. And they love you just as you are, scars, imperfections and all. Even when you don't believe in yourself, they believe in you and will usually push you to do more and become better. It might even get to a point where you begin to feel they know you more than you know yourself. Acceptance is one of the greatest needs of humans, and most people will stay where they're accepted. Well, the reasons for this are very obvious. First, trying to be someone else can be very draining and stressful. It puts a whole lot of weight on you. It's like trying to cage your real self while portraying a different person. Just imagine having to go through a relationship like this. It might be okay and easy at first when you just meet for dates and go on a few outings together. Even at this point, you know the person is not right for you if you usually cannot wait for the outing or date to end just so you can be yourself again. Now, imagine what it would look like having to live like this for the rest of your life. That is pure torture. If they cannot accept you just the way you are, then they don't deserve you. If, on the other hand, you feel at home whenever you're with them, it's a sign they are right for you. Trust. For any relationship to work, there must be trust between the two parties. Can you trust them to be true to you even when you're not together? Or do you have to second-guess their actions or whereabouts? Do their words tally with their actions? Or do you always have to confirm if they are saying the truth? The same also applies to the other person. Can they trust you enough to allow you to take out some time to be with your friends? Or do they suspect everyone that comes around you or are overly protective of you? Trust is based on truth and honesty. A person who loves you and is right for you will be open and honest about his life, both past and present, and will want to know the same about you. Since everything is out there in the open, there will be no need to become suspicious of each other's actions. If some things are not clear, they can be discussed openly and easily resolved. Always go for someone who trusts you and who you can trust as well. It reduces a lot of head and heartaches that characterizes many relationships. Mutual agreement. Finally, when you find someone who has similar interests as you, it's another sign that they are right for you. Amos chapter 3 verse 3 asks a very vital question that every intending couple should keep in mind before taking the next step and going for that ride together. Can two walk together except they agree? The answer to that is an emphatic no. No matter what your heart feels now, or any other attractions that you share, if you do not agree on some important issues, it's an indication that you're not meant for each other in the first place. Do not deceive yourself by thinking that things would work out themselves, because they will not. You might need to sit and have some serious talk with that person. Or rather, these are things that you would have noticed or observed just by being friends or acquaintances. One of those major issues you have to settle is the question of faith. Do you both share the same belief and faith? What about your perspective on money, family responsibilities, and care of the children? This is just one aspect. What about your career, your goals and dreams in life? Are they in alignment? If they are, then you can say you have found the right one.